As time passed, there was a crack in the pristine facade of my role as a mother. Our boys, now young men, changed dramatically. No longer were they my high achievers who earned honors and awards that I could take pride in. Instead, they lived carelessly and with no clear direction for their future. Our older son, Stephen, left home after college and was living a hedonistic life. While his rebellion might be considered typical for an American fraternity boy, he certainly was not raised that way. Christopher had been my last ray of hope. He was obedient, caring, thoughtful. But now this, his announcement a week after Mother's Day that he was gay. Christopher had rejected me, the family, and the life I had prepared for him. How could I not feel hopeless? Throughout my sleepless night, Christopher's decision to walk away replayed over and over in my mind. Every person I have ever loved has walked away from me. What else is there to live for? I had contemplated ending it all before, but there was always something to hold on to. The boys, the dental office, our rental properties. But now, none of that mattered. There was nothing holding me to this world any longer. So my resolve was firm. This would be the end. With my mind made up, I felt the need to see a minister. I'd never been religious and actually had an aversion toward Christians, but I wanted someone to talk to before leaving this earth. Someone who would listen. Maybe this was a good way to find closure. The problem was that I didn't know any ministers except for Father Foley, the chaplain at Loyola, where Leon taught once a week. I walked into the kitchen, where Leon was eating breakfast. He acted as if nothing unusual had happened the day before. I stared at him for a second, amazed that he could be so calm when our family had fallen apart. I hesitated before speaking. "I want you to drive me to see Father Foley." We rode in silence. Not a word was said about Christopher. Our years of non-communication made silence the norm between us, and as always, I was feeling completely alone. The meeting with Father Foley was short. He listened, I cried, and Leon did nothing. Father Foley was gracious and spoke comfortingly, but his words were not enough to resuscitate my deadened heart. As we were leaving, he put his hand on my shoulder and handed me a booklet. I thanked him for his time, all the while reconfirming the plan to end my life. The next morning was cold and drizzly, but I left the house early and walked to the metro train station. It would be a lot easier to take trains and buses to my final destination. I took only my purse and the booklet from Father Foley. I'd thought it through. Before I ended my life, I wanted to see Christopher one last time. His departure 2 days earlier had been too abrupt. I couldn't leave it that way. I would say a final goodbye in Louisville, then I would end it all. I made it to Chicago's Union Station and asked the agent for a ticket on the next train. "Would you like a round-trip ticket?" the agent asked. "No, just one way," I said. "But it's only $3 extra," he pointed out. "No thanks. You can use it any time in the next 12 months. Really, I won't need it. I'm not coming back." $3. Not much. But at this moment, my life wasn't worth even that much. I stood in line, waiting to board the train, and looked around the terminal at the people coming and going.